Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about XinFin Network, aka XDC. We are going to be addressing Comtech Gold, as there was a huge announcement. We are going to be breaking it fully down. I just talked about Comtech Gold, I want to say a couple weeks back, but it might be months now. Time has been slipping my mind. It has been like one day I woke up, it was January 1st. All of a sudden, the next day, it was November 23rd. So time has been going by like absolute craziness, and it's just been a hell of a time. I'm not going to talk down on the fact that I do this 24/7. It's one of the most enjoyable things ever. I love talking crypto. I love everything about crypto. I do think that this market is 100% the future of almost everything that we talk about on a day-to-day basis: real estate, commodities, anything. And I think that initiatives like Comtech Gold are really kind of proving that. This is digital gold. We talked about it. Tokenization of gold is a huge thing. You can see everything down here. You can actually get conversion of gold tokens to gold itself. You could buy it right now over on BitTrue if you wanted to. This is something pretty remarkable, and you can actually see the comparison down here. Now, just full transparency. You guys know me, I have been buying gold quite a bit. I've been watching central banks actually accumulate tons of gold, and a lot of people have been asking me, like, dude, where do you buy your gold at? Well, I usually buy mine physically. There's a ton of stores that do offer physical gold. You can go and buy it there, and then also get it checked and verified that it's 100% gold, and all that kind of stuff. It's a process, but it is a process that I am worth going around, because you want to make sure that your gold is legit and it's not just plated like silver and stuff, because that does happen. But nonetheless, enough of the gold talk. I think that what we recently just seen around Comtech Gold is something pretty large. And we actually do see down here, store your gold in the city of E-Gold. Dubai is called the city of gold. Almost 1,200 tons of gold are traded in its souks. By strictly observing Sharia principles, we envision making Dubai the city of E-Gold. And the announcements that we just recently seen was this one. We had the honor of having Mr. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I will butcher it, Executive Chairman and CEO of DMCC Authority, visit our booth, Atlantis, the Palm, Dubai. Now, with this, when we actually look at how large DMCC is, we've seen this huge announcement. Comtech Gold Token CGO will be created on the XinFin Protocol XDC blockchain network, based on the deposit of physical gold bars located in DMCC approved vault. This is from Gulf Business. Very small account, nothing too crazy, almost like 18,000 followers, but this was still a huge announcement. When we looked at the article initially, I was like, okay, this is actually pretty cool. This is a very large company that they are partnering with, by the way. We will break that company down, and you can see the whole breakdown here. They just pretty much break down the process of how everything will go. But we do see a partnership with DMCC is an exciting moment for us as we continue to grow with 122 kilograms of gold already tokenized. Trade flow warrants add the security, control, and transparency to the gold tokens necessary to build investor trust and also confidence. This, alongside with the Sharia certification, makes Comtech Gold Token CGO an ideal and robust product developed on blockchain technology for regional and international investors. So this is very incredible. It's really just more so security backing behind Comtech as well, which again makes it a very lucrative opportunity in this market if you want to buy digital gold. And we do see DMCC, the world's fastest growing free zone. We do see their history and their mission here. So when I looked at their mission statement and stuff, I was like, okay, this is actually much larger than what I anticipated. So we do see made for trade. We have firmly established Dubai as a leading center for trading international commodities and the world's fastest growing free zone. We promote and facilitate trade across a range of goods from gold, diamonds, and precious metals to tea, food, and industrial materials. Today is home to major multinationals and startups. We connect more than 21,000 businesses with the world-class services, leading infrastructure, and vibrant community they need to thrive and succeed. 21,000 businesses. An absolute massive of a giant company. Like, this is huge. And the interesting thing about this is that when you come down here to the what we do, they're actually adding over 170 new companies per month. That's crazy. And I also think that this is a huge opportunity for them to get into the trade finance area as well. Also, DMCC seems like they are ahead of the curve when it comes to them being like an extremely innovative company. When we go back to the roots, so you can actually see where they first set up. You can see where they joined the free zone, all that kind of stuff. But then you see in 2005 that they launched their Dubai Gold and Commodities Exchange. Shortly after, they also launched the first UAE gold bullion coin, which was in 2011. And since then, they have continued to make huge headlines and massive strides within this area. Very exciting. I think that this is awesome as well. And also, they are behind the future of trade. Here's the future of trade 2021 special edition. Discover the potential impact of DeFi on global trade and finance sector. And with them partnering with Comtech Gold, I would not be surprised if we started to see a big shift going over to XinFin with trade finance initiatives as well. Because, again, I'm sure that they are aware of the potential here and the power behind crypto, especially DeFi within trade finance. I think that this is a huge opportunity for them as well to kind of move into that area. Just to give you guys a quick insight on that. And over here we have a video from Crypto Airy. She is talking with John McBee. It's hard to imagine. It's very much in our hands. I have more clips of insightful conversations with John McBee, the head of technical integrations at XDC Foundation, about decentralization, this network that is attracting quality solutions and moving in the right direction. Definitely shout out to Crypto Airy. She does incredible research, and also her YouTube channel is also very incredible too.
I'm super curious to see how the next 10 years play out, because with real industry adoption, it's hard to imagine industry players building their dApps on networks that they don't have any control over. So I really wonder, there's kind of two options. One is open source, decentralized. Is that valued more than closed, centralized, complete control? Like, is the future of blockchain every company has its own private subnet that they operate and they have complete control over who comes and plays there? Or is it a completely open future? I really hope it's completely open, because that's in the best interest of everybody, you and I. The closed approach it worries me, because that's like the internet that we have today, where any country can close out access. They can throttle your access to information, slow it down, make it impossible to access. That doesn't add the value that it could have added. And I hope the blockchain doesn't go that way. Right now, it's very much in our hands, because we're here to dictate how things go. So it's important for us to have these conversations and talk about it,
I think decentralization wins out.
I hope so. That's why I'm here.
All right.
And I do think that when we look at XinFin, I think that there's going to be a lot of companies moving over to XinFin. I think that it's going to be one of those networks that is going not to only promote, but also power a lot of these major dApps around some huge opportunities within this space. I personally am very excited to see the next, 5-10 years as well kind of evolve out in the space, because we still are very well in the infancy statements of this market. I mean, arguably, I would say that we are extremely early, and a lot of people aren't aware of things that are actually happening within this space. I think that XDC is extremely overlooked. I think it's one of those tokens that will surprise a lot of individuals. I think that if you hold even just one XDC, you should be watching a lot of the things being built out on the network. I think that Comtech Gold is definitely one of the most lucrative, major announcements that we've seen so far. Obviously, you have trade finance, which is a huge opportunity as well. And don't worry, we will get to trade finance by the end of this video. But yeah, I think that a lot of the things that we are seeing, decentralization is 100% key. I think that XinFin focusing on decentralization also is a big opportunity for them, because a lot of these networks in this space promote decentralization, but they really aren't decentralized at heart. So to me, focusing on that aspect and being true to it is a big advantage. Now, also, trade finance. Shout out to Crypto Nerd D. We have here XDC ICC Digital Standards Initiative, DSI, aims to accelerate the development of a globally harmonized digitized trade environment as a key enabler of dynamic, sustainable, inclusive growth. ITFA, implement digital trade. Now, what's interesting about this? Well, considering the fact that this is implementing digital trade globally, and this is a huge global initiative around digital trade finance, we do see all of the major ICCs there: United Kingdom, China, Mexico, Germany, France. Look at all the other major names here: United Nations, UNCITRAL, UNECE. We also do see a few of the other major ones here as well. But ITFA is the big one here. Obviously, this is going to have a full-on reform across government, industry, associations, multilateral organizations, and even regional economic communities. It is going to bleed into everything and spread very quickly, and it is going to be the big shift towards digital trade. And I do believe that XinFin will play a vital role because the ITFA is here. And you might be wondering, well, like, what the heck is the ITFA? Well, we've talked about them many times before. Don't worry, we will get to that. But we do see over here from the About the ICC Digital Standards Initiative, DSI, you see the governance standard, you see the mission statement here: a globally harmonized digitized trade environment as a key enabler of dynamic, sustainable, and inclusive growth, public sector, private sector as well. This is going to align on standards and to adopt and scale digital trade and supply chain processes, adapt and apply, convene and collaborate, transparency and accessibility. And then over on the next page, we have a lot of the major players here that are a part of this big shift. Remember, a lot of these are the biggest names that are participating that were also a part of the it was the Puerto Rico, I want to say, I forgot what the event was called, but it was back in September from XinFin. XinFin was a part of it. A lot of these names were actually on the billboard for that. And I even said, like, we will probably see all of these major names move over to digital trade. And that was a big event back in September. It was actually an event that we were waiting for a while, because I said it was like, all right, this is going to be the one that kind of changes a few things around what we are going to expect for XinFin. I forgot what the event was called, though. I do apologize. I think it was like Porto something. But yeah, it was a pretty big event, and it kind of gave us an insight on where things were headed. And it was specifically around these names. Now, with this, when we look at what has happened in the past, shout out to Utility Theory here. This goes back to 2021, by the way, September of 2021. What do you see? What is XDC Network, and why is it going to be a successful regulated trading network used by banks and SMEs globally? Let's start off with the XinFin company that created the XDC Network, partnering with the ITFA. Again, this is why I brought this up, because you have the ITFA that is connected to everything. When you see the ITFA, guess what? They are directly down the food chain with XinFin. They realize the value behind XinFin. I do believe that XDC will play a vital role. I shouldn't say XDC, more so XinFin Network itself, being a vital role player within digitization of trade finance. I think that this is a huge opportunity. I think that everyone should focus on this because, when we look at XDC, when we look at things happening around some of these tokens, like XDC is not being talked about at all. But we see all of these big initiatives happening. We see network growth, obviously. We see a lot of these projects being built out, these, solutions. Like, I really don't understand how no one is realizing the value proposition behind this. Like, we are seeing a global push around digital trade, and it's happening right now. And it's something very exciting, especially if you know the value proposition behind XinFin with XDC. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because I'm a free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If you guys are on this before, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.